you gonna conveniently just tell us everything that happened? Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do this to me. Hey everyone, welcome back to the episode. I'm londibridges, and today we're back with some more Beacon Pines. Last episode was hectic to say the least. We were frozen a couple times, and now we're at the MCDC, hopefully to get some kind of different scenario where we don't freeze. So I'm super excited to find out what happens today, and with that, let's just get to it.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice.
Oh, wow.
In fact, it was ice.
Oh, is it the same ice that, froze us?
Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs.
Wow.
Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across the snowy terrain.
Like a snowy world. It's the first time we've seen snow here. That's actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost them. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. How can it be frozen downhill? Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back to what became. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Find a way home. Alright. This is cute though, I gotta admit.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow.
Is that like a tunnel?
Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
A manhole cover. If it is, I've never seen one like it. That's where they want to pop up to find us? Anything else around here? Interact with? Let's go this way. Luca, look, are you there? Wait, is Rolo still kidnapped?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
It's that bozo Kerr, okay. Hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a
We're not
resigned
talking to you.
sigh, Luca responded.
Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up on one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? So he knows our family. You knew my parents. Never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
Maybe he had to do something with her disappearing. You gotta keep moving. I really don't like her. We can't go this way. Can we go this way? Oh! What's the readout? It's those guys. Or gals. It says above 258 Kelvin. No idea what the temperature is. That's down a bit from last time. This looks like the sign for Beacon Pines. Should report this to Mr. Kerr. Still within safe ranges. Maybe spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade, which is probably what happened when we got frozen. Dude, relax. There's a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. And destroy the town, sir. Let's get this over with. This has to be the sign, right? What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. I think of the town sign. I could almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? It has to be Beacon Pines. There couldn't be another town this deep into Weepwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. Let's see what I can do. Can we like kick it? No. Oh. Oh. Oh, snowball. Yeah, welcome to
The
Beacon
boys
Pines.
stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
It looked like it. It doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines. So maybe this is when that first explosion went off. When we were at the festival, no one really reacted. How is that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? That is true. I guess we got turned around. Where did all the snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately, but not this cold. There's a pretty big difference between the sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? I have no idea. We can get you some answers. Let's keep moving. I feel like Luca would also be curious. Oh, yeah, this is so weird. It looks just like the town. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here happened fast. So did we miss the explosion? I don't think it happened yet. The fish didn't have time to run. Or, you know, swim run. This is where the guy always sits here. That's
The
Perennial
crunching of
Harvest.
footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
You and me both. Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Oh, come on, Iggy. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic hang atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. But not with that attitude, sir. We aren't even going to save ourselves. Our face is mangled. Oh. Town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. What are you going to just sit there? I'm done. Iggy, it's going to be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt.
I guess we did push him, but he also, it was on him. It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Should we go like inside? Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
Oh wow. Hopefully they don't catch up to us. The way the snow covered everything over. It's kind of calming. Yeah. I hadn't had time to say it, but thanks. Aw, that's sweet, Iggy. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. Sorta froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? No, definitely not. We had no idea what it was. Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. That's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. I guess two wrongs don't make a right, though. I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Jeez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
Something to do. Wow. don't know if I just want to go around hurting people so they would hurt me. You're an asshole because you're bored. Sometimes I just feel empty. Aww. You wouldn't understand. You and Roller are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling a dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Aw, but don't you have that friend though? The one that always says yeah? I guess that's also kind of annoying. Just have someone say yeah all the time. But it does remind me of that Eddie Murphy movie when he has to get married and then essentially his bride-to-be does whatever he wants. What's your favorite movie? Whatever your favorite movie is. What's your favorite song? Whatever song you like best. I guess you kind of want more conversation than just yeah. Perfect little Luca Van Horn. With his perfect little life. If only you knew. Not everyone's perfect. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked it. Even she already likes you. You have Tish? Yeah, that's what I was saying.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. Oh. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know.
Luca gave a warm
I
chuckle.
understand. I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Huh, it must be raining out here. It isn't, sweetie. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. I think we should still go inside somewhere. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all of this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luca? Yeah. I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little tree house. Aww. What do you think? Not bad. Sweet. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad. Oh, that's so sweet. They're becoming friends. It's like a whole other side of
warm
Iggy.
bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song.
Oh.
A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this.
What do you mean?
The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy.
Her parents not very, affectionate people,
You don't
or...
remember, do you? Luca snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us.
I thought... Didn't Luca's dad die?
Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see.
His perspective, maybe?
Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor.
Oh,
Luca
I
heard
need to listen to his
muffled
parents.
shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next?
You walked
Luca gave a
downstairs.
slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this.
I know his dad, based off the files in his grandma's basement, wanted to find out what's going on in town.
She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them.
Wow.
Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong.
Fair.
I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this.
Sharper Valentine.
Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes,
No.
Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise.
I knew it.
With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
Is that it? Who's that?
A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
How do you know you're not in danger? So what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. You were asleep minding your own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. But how do they notice? Anybody. Grammar, please. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me? You.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy-necked, furball. That's a good one. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. And your name is? Great. How about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a net and buzz off? There you go.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
No, wait, supper. Wait, do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are. You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, Yoda. Alright, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here, one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
I think we gotta listen to Nat. They live here. Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well, I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes. We're just gonna wake up and...
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold. Until
There's
they
no way.
opened their eyes
There's no
and
way.
found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
That's funny though. This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Like the original, or is there like a copy? Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe. This is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. This is not our home. Inching closer to the truth. Alas, reality is much less fanciful. How come? Let's give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. So this is the original. The original true Beacon Pines. What? You both grew up here. The town you've called your home for the past several years, okay, is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair. But a replica nonetheless. How? Why? It's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Well, there's a bunch of goons in Beacon Pines in the Perennial Harvest. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless auditing was impeccable. But how'd you get everyone from here to the other place? A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, revulsion even. The brain is a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Well, yeah, that's true, but how'd you get people from here to there without them actually realizing that's what's happening? Luke and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. How? But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty? The best one can do is to uncover.
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Didn't we hear the source? Was it in Grand's, basement? Why'd you say the source like that? Why indeed?
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
That's me. Any serious conversation, I can't. I'm just gonna laugh real quick here. Ease some tension. It's all ridiculous. There's no way they
He
could.
looked down at his feet. His eyes darted back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Turn back where? Simply head west through Weepwood. Oh, to the duplicate. Are you staying here? Is that all you're telling us?
Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted
Bringing
across the
information.
snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to Perennial Harvest.
That's what I was thinking.
But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know.
Is it where his mom is buried? That's what this looks like.
Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth.
Wow.
He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard. A headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. Oh, all that time he's been going to the replica. All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here alone in this to know. Oh, you can't blame yourself. Dad, I'm so sorry. They've ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply. Just snow-covered silence.
Oh, poor thing. Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Oh no, hope it's not Kerr. We gotta hide. Oh, hazmats. 259k. Fall off distance is still good. I mean, I fall off. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? Are you gonna conveniently just tell us everything that happened? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's a grave of someone with a family. People who love them will never know the truth. Truth is overrated. I doubt that.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey, you're such a downer, dude. Took this job to change the world. Yeah. You literally changed a whole town. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. Sidestep out. Haha, weirdo. Here I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing in graves. Like, I thought they were mean. Like, in the beginning, I know they, like, kidnapped Luca. In, like, one of our first scenarios. But it seems like some of them do feel bad for what they did. And they feel like they are helping people.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
Even though, obviously, it's not the right decision. I thought I was visiting him. Thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, it's a bad break. Here's some advice.
Iggy gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey, who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover. Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Look at Manhorn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you, acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. I like that advice. Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off the switcheroo for a reason, right? Nat mentioned something about his source. I wish Nat stayed with
Luca
us.
wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to Perennial Harvest. Sure, we are ashamed of something unfortunate were to happen to our precious source, wouldn't it? What do you think the source is? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. I love that. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. Gonna make this right, Dad. I promise. Let's do this. Locate the source. Can't get awful cold out there in these woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh heavens no, do I seem like a killer to you? No, I don't think he would get dirty, but he has people to do it for him.
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Oh shucks, now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. Could it be in this? Oh no, we can't trap with it. Can you imagine how hard it must be to change, literally pick up a city, a town, and move it somewhere else? Wait a minute. If this is original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously.
Did he bury
He
something?
emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
Did you bury something? What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Possession, eh? Not that wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So why did you bury under a tree? That's a long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop. You guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you did.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yo, I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop. I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Oh my goodness, sorry. But you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash evidence to lay low. So I buried them under that tree. But when I came back from later, they were gone. Figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
But we have it now. Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. But I still don't know how they were moved. Unbelievable. Unless they all were like drugged or something. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, Boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who's in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. I like that. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a Superman superhero. I was partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, loser. Taking on Perennial Harvest? What? This has to be it.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo, 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 echo. Whoa. See why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But what is down there? Why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the source. It's a dang hole. But why is it shooting Arctic air? How do we smash a hole? Oh no. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr. Where's Rolo? I was in line before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two at least. Drats, it's cold. Literally, it's snow everywhere. Why wouldn't it be cold? Just had dragged me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
Are you gonna tell us what's down there? Really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, it's a doozy of a question. This is the source, where they collect the unrefined.
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. You have like a scientist come out? Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. Not paid? What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh heavens no, my role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. I don't think the Valentines, right? Complications like us. You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
I really don't like her. That really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is, we all play our part in life. Mine has happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. Huh. You have will be extras, ready for your current call. You aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not gonna be so winning after we're done with you. Nah, boys, no need for melodrama. Makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit. Did you bring your people?
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Oh no. Scene change. Gran? I think the one thing that could save us if the Gran's in one of the hazmat suits. There. That's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? He has a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
But doesn't he like a match? Stop. Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you, regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing. Nothing at all. It's definitely something. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. That's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool. Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with
Yes.
frustration.
Very well. You all can head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr
Perennial
sighed
Harvest would just let us
into the
walk
frigid
backwards.
air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like
With
this?
a
Is he
nonchalant
throwing
click,
it in?
Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Oh. What is that? Kerr. Ooh. Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Oh no.
Iggy tried to
Help
twist
him.
away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side.
No.
Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could
no,
see Kerr
where's
further
Iggy?
down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? Doesn't make a damn difference, they're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr is out of the picture. Oh no, we can't. We literally are friends with you now, Iggy. We can't just throw you to the wind. Just let go and save yourself. No, if he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the fit look on your face almost makes it worth it. Oh. I don't want to sacrifice Iggy. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless, just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
You wouldn't do that. Long life. I'll have you know I can still play 25. Definitely not. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Oh, please don't sing that. Prum dum dum. Purry dum dum. Wow, can you believe this guy? Hum.
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice
please
began
don't
to
do this.
crack.
Kurt, just let go. Can you kick him or something? You can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
No, you don't do that. You're not gonna kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
Don't. I'm not his friend. But we are friends. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm said no good bully. Like you, Kurt. Don't, please
Luca
don't.
felt his hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's your only way out of this mess. Oh, this is tearing my heart. Two birds with one stone. Makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
Calm settled over Iggy's face.
No, don't. Look, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
It's getting to me. Oh my goodness. Let me do the right thing for once. Don't, please don't. Luca had no choice but to blank Iggy's request. Oh no, 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 no. Don't do this to me. I don't want to do it. But I don't want to hurt him either. Like, that's his final wish. Oh no. Ugh. If you get rid of Kerr, does that change anything? Perennial Harvest will not have a front guy, but they might just send someone else to complete whatever it is. And we lose, obviously, Iggy. If we refuse, we get captured, and I'm assuming we're like it's a the end scenario. I really want to refuse. I'm gonna refuse. If you have to go back and replay, we'll do that, but I can't do it.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you?
Jeez.
Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair.
Are you serious, bro?
Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca.
No.
The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face.
I'm sorry, Iggy. I just
The
couldn't do
end.
it. I figured it'd be the end.
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
I couldn't. I guess we'll have to do accept this time. So, you have accept there. And then I think the only other one we can do is here. So I think we're gonna stop it here for today, and then, yeah, that's what we'll do, and then we'll pick up probably here next time, or we'll switch over to the other side. And so I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Go ahead and smash the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!